Hey, it's me, Sue Burton Hidalgo, the Psychic Eye. I run the School for Human Evolution, and this are tarot readings that will help you with your own evolution. Well, what is evolution? It's a descent with modification from pre-existing species, a cumulative inherited change through time. I've been at this about 40 years now, leading to the appearance of new forms, the process by which new development from pre-existing forms through successive generations. I'm all the time going on about the many famous people that I've studied with in this field over my years of studying since the early 80s. I have evolved quite a bit, and I thought I better put some of this down because all these wonderful people I've studied with who are masters have now passed on, and I'm kind of getting up there myself. Let's talk about stuff more. Two, evolution is a process of change in a certain direction, an unfolding. I'm hoping that you will evolve and that you'll unfold and that I'll be part of that. And three, a process in which the whole universe is a progression of interrelated phenomena. Well, I've always thought that everything is connected in a macrocosm to microcosm way, and that we're all part of divine spirit. Stephen Jay Gould, who's an evolutionary theorist, a Harvard professor, wrote a lot of books, said evolution is a process of continuous branching and diversification from many common trunks. This pattern of irreversible separation gives life's history its basic directionality. I'm looking forward to helping you figure out how to have direction that will work for you, making you a happy human. What is tarot? A tarot card reading is the practice of using specific cards, called tarot cards, to gain insight into the past, present, or future by formulating a question and then drawing and interpreting the cards. Reading tarot cards is a type of cartomancy, and cartomancy can include any kind of cards. And throughout this series of tarot evolution samples, I'll be using a wide variety of cards, most of which are traditional tarot base. Some will be oracle cards, and some will be playing cards, etc. I have a wide background in tarot and in doing spiritual readings for people. I also have a lot of training as a therapist. So you'll find that my work is a blend of psychological pop psychology, a blending of popular methods of healing and balancing your life, and also quite a bit of information about tarot, astrology, etc. My goal is to share information, to network, so help me with that one, and to have fun. For this reading, the card set used is the Hanson-Roberts, a traditional type Rider-Waite deck. The cards are shuffled, keeping in mind and heart a clear, positive, and direct connection to the Divine Spirit, which is the repository of all Akashic information, past, present, and future. The questioner is me. I want to know how my chakras are doing today. Like a roadmap, knowing where I am can help with the journey to where I want to be. The first quality that, in my opinion and experience, really helps me connect up to the Divine Spirit with a pure heart is to relax and remember something or someone or some event that brings me a feeling of purity. I think of newly opened flowers like this lovely white rose that's still in its nascent beginning, its beginning phase. The innocence of children with their beautiful little faces and smiles. Unspoiled landscapes such as freshly fallen snow or the gorgeous vistas out west or the mountains. These are all pure and unchanged. They have that lifting up energy. And I let those types of memories and thoughts stir inside of me. I hope you'll stir them inside of you and let them grow and grow until you can identify a definite change in sensation in your body. Where is purity located in you? And how do you feel it? What's the sensation? So I'm coaching you to be aware of this quality so you can return to it more easily, not just in tarot readings or this kind of service, but at any time when you need to reconnect with the divine. And the second important quality to me to align with the Divine Spirit is a peaceful mind and heart. And so I just relax and remember something. So I invite you to remember something or someone, some place or event that brings you a feeling of peacefulness. I have a memory of a swan gliding over still waters, or a sky that is so beautiful that it brings me a deep, relaxing sigh. It's just so releasing and peaceful. So think of what kind of memories and thoughts peace stirs within you, and allow that to grow and grow until you can identify a definite change in sensation in your body. And where is peace located? What chakra, what body part, and how does it feel to you? Do you notice that I'm helping you to ground these spiritual qualities into the body so you can be the quality, you can embody it? So remembering where it is, let's move to the next quality. The third quality I always turn to when I am doing session work is alignment to the divine will of spirit. We could also call this obedience to God, or doing something that your grandma would be proud of you for. So I just invite you to relax and to remember something or someone or some event of doing something that you felt was right and proper, and that those that you love would be proud of you for doing it, and you're proud of you for making that choice, a kind choice, a positive choice, even if it might have been a tough choice, but it was a choice to do the right thing. So let those kinds of memories and thoughts stir up inside of you, growing and growing until you identify a definite sensation in your body around aligning with the divine will, with the higher power. Where's that located in your body? And how can you describe it? Is it warm? Is it cool? Is it firm? Is it soft? What's it like? And getting a grounded sense of it so you can return to it and even check in other times of your life. Hey, I've got this choice coming up. I have to go here or do this. Does it feel like it's in alignment with divine will? So this is a very important life skill to have on tap quickly, easily, and surely. Now that the link with the divine is established, so the answers will be clearer, purer, and in alignment with divine truth, rather than reading the astral desire body of the client, we can do the layout. To read chakras, you could use this 2 cards per chakra layout, where I've gone from crown to root. You could use 1 card, you could use 3, you could use several cards for 1 chakra at a time if you wanted to. It's entirely up to the reader what kind of layout they prefer and how to make it work for the answer that they're seeking to be clear. Here are 2 cards for the crown chakra. The right side, which is how we share outwards into the world, is the star. There's a great deal of energies of unity and divine purpose being shared with care with the world through this star card shows that. But on the left side, my personal treatment of myself is the 9 of Wands. I'm keeping it together and how I'm holding forth for myself. Yet I could spend some more energy on being in delight in being connected to crown chakra activities such as unity. In other words, spend some time with me as well as with other people. And here in my chakra I like to use all the time, in the sharing outward side, that is about death, changing my view and being reborn in my vision that I'm working with for myself and others. And there has been a lot of change in my vision. I've remarked to several friends lately that, gosh, I thought it was intense before, but now it's really intense, this psychic vision. And then on the left side of my body, my personal treatment of myself, I've got all kinds of rules and discipline and focus and the story I'm choosing as my driving goals. This Hierophant sometimes labeled pontifex, which means builder of bridges. And this is a vision that I hold of myself. I do use my third eye to ask questions for myself quite a bit. And in case I confuse you, you're looking at the Hierophant on the right side for you, but I'm looking at these cards as though I'm facing myself, and the Hierophant is the left side of my body, and the Death card's the right side, the sharing outwards vision. Here's my throat chakra. On the right side, looking at me as the one being read, there's a Six of Rods, a successful sharing and supporting and speaking. And there's also on my personal energy toward myself, the King of Pentacles, some very strong energies. I do feel like I'm communicating well in my own personal life as well as my public life. So this feels very accurate to me. The heart chakra, the right side sharing outwards is a Two of Pentacles. And I do keep sharing and giving in balance, but I definitely need to awaken to who, what, when, where my resources need to go. Plus, in this COVID cycle, I'm very worried about the outward world, about others, and I just don't feel as much trust and kindness to or from other human beings these days. So I think I'm keeping my heart to myself. I'm very worried about our socio-political world. And then the left side, my personal to myself, I am weary, but I'm considering what's done and what needs further activity. And I keep plugging along at the heart level, even though I am so deeply concerned. I try to keep my spirits together. But I'm not surprised to see these energies in my heart, because some days I wake up and go, oh, brother, I hope something good happens today. So this is my solar plexus chakra, sharing outwards the Queen of Pentacles. I am empowering other people, very much so, and helping them to be more stable, to understand how they can make money in these changing times when the way that we work and the way we travel out in the world is being affected. And on my left side, my personal to self, the Ten of Swords, uh-oh, I am remodeling my feelings, but as I mentioned in the crown chakra, I don't think I'm giving myself enough support for my personal needs, because I'm being driven by my thinking and planning and work to get all these online courses out these days, as well as ongoing virtual courses that I'm holding weekly, as well as one-to-one sessions that I'm still doing. So sometimes I go into my mode of last ditch taking care of myself, which is reading books that aren't in my field, just fun books, just murder mystery stuff, watching TV. And whenever that happens, I can tell that, oh, I should be walking, I should be doing things that make me feel good. In the sacral chakra, which isn't just about sexuality, it's about our social world, I am doing a lot of sharing outwards. The Ace of Swords, I've got social ideals, got communication. As I mentioned before, I'm being strong for other people. I'm trying to be more conscious in my relationships with family members, which is very much a sacral chakra issue. And on the left side, my personal to self, the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I've made a few cheesecakes lately and some fun eating what I wanted to. There's a good bit of self-indulgence and enjoyment of senses. And I'm spending a lot of time with my husband, my love, and that's an indulgent and enjoyment for me as well, especially since I'm so driven to service, my life goal for service as a metaphysical teacher. Well, I'm glad to see here at my root chakra on the left side, my personal to self, that I am being the Nine of Pentacles, the satisfied woman, secure woman, the stable woman. This turns out in my other readings too for myself when I might ask a question like, am I going to get COVID and be sick? I always get a definite no. There's such strength. And this repeats that, as well as the King of Rods. I'm doing a lot of healing work for other people. I'm sharing outwards with, again, strong will and power to be present and to care about people who are close to me, and giving them a lot of support. So this is working out being a very good interpretation. Of course, there's a lot more that I could say about this in depth, but I'm trying to get a little quickie demo reading done so you can see what could happen in a reading for you. As you may have heard me say before, I'm a person who's got a lot of education, and I think a lot, not just college education, but education in my field, metaphysics. I have more metaphysical books than most bookstores, and I've read them. So here's the summation. I look at how many major arcana cards there are and where there are. So I've got the star in the crown, and the other two, death and the hierophant, are in the third eye. So I know that arcana cards, major ones, tell you what's really big kapow. And what's going on with my third eye is a big kapow in my life. I do have 3 court cards, the King of Wands in the throat, the Queen of Pentacles in the solar plexus, and the King of Wands in the root chakra. So I've got these 2 kings and a queen. I've got the King and Queen of Pentacles. So there's a lot of grounding and a lot of powerful movement of my will going on. I have 5 pentacles in all these. So again, there's a lot of grounding, a lot of worldly activity. 3 wands, again, it echoes the court cards. I've got a lot of willpower going on. I have 2 swords and 1 cup. Well, that echoes what I said earlier too, that perhaps I'm not taking care of as much of myself. That's the cup card, being the low man in the numbers. So the heart chakra has 2 minor arcana, while the third eye has 2 major arcana, and all the others have a balance of major arcana or court cards. The court cards are the face cards. So I need to focus on my heart and my solar plexus as priorities, followed by my third eye. So I hope you've enjoyed this quickie little demo. Of course, as a professional healer, I could take some time and tell you how to fix this up, which is what I'm doing around reading this. I'm working on my chakras myself. Check out my online courses because I talk a lot about how to repair the chakras. And I even have a 40 chakra system. Yay. So I hope I'll see you again for something. Thank you for listening. Hey, if you would like to be a demo and are willing to share your session publicly, please send us a note to my email address linked below. Keep in mind that being a demo could be booked far in advance as requesting is popular. There is a fee, but it's 50% from regular pricing. And each person who signs up for a regular session with me from your referrals, you will receive a 5% coupon, which can add up to 100%, and then we can start again on more coupons for your own and the other person's future sessions. They'll also get 5%. So thank you for watching, and I hope to hear from you at my email address. My website is www.suehidalgo.com. You can book private session readings. You can book a variety of psychic parties for you and your friends with a limit of 6 persons. That's also the smallest number. You could have an aura reading or an aura art and healing. There are online courses from professional to personal growth from me. I'm a nationally recognized teacher with decades of knowledge, experience in several dozen healing arts systems, readings. I'm listed in the top 100 Psychics in America book. And I've taught a lot of people, tens of thousands of people, just like you, to help you have a better life, to work with you in coaching, and to help you with your whatever is going on in your life. I'm looking forward to connecting with you.